Good morning. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. It is day 10 of the Flow Along Mobility Challenge. So welcome back. And if you are new to the challenge, do definitely check out some of the other previous videos. But this one should actually be very easy, and you should be able to do it even if you haven't seen some of the previous sessions as well. So again, key reminders: if you have any questions about your form, if you want some feedback, feel free to use the hashtag TRGMobility or tag me in your comments, and I'll try my best to help. But let's get right into today's session. Today, we're going to go into my favorite category of movements, wraps. So wraps is when you get the rope to go around parts of your body, like your hand, your arm. There are many different ways to do wraps. And what I really like about wraps, even though it doesn't engage your body as much on the rotational side of things, is it really helps build proprioception. So that's basically body awareness. As you start to understand wraps, you start to have to become more mindful of how do you move into the wrap, where is the rope in relation to your body, how do you kind of continue the wrap, and then how do you uncoil the wrap. And I really enjoy it because it helps me understand not only in rope flow, but also in other sports as well, understanding how people go into, let's say, a swing or a throw motion, kind of how do they follow through, and then how do they end the movement. So I hope you enjoy this session in wraps, and we'll dive right into some of the different movements. Today we'll be doing two main types of wraps. One is the underhand arm wrap, which goes like this. And then we'll also be doing the overhand arm wrap, which is this variation. So it's only two main types of wraps, but there are 4 different sub-wraps within that as well. So you have underhand wraps where you initiate on your same side, and then you have underhand wraps where you initiate using the opposite hand, and same with the overhand as well. So we'll show each of those. We'll spend about 1 minute on each different type of wrap. We'll take a 1 minute break in between. Key reminders, of course, find a nice distraction-free, safe environment to exercise in. And this one should be a lot easier on your body, but use general discretion as well and ensure that you're not moving in range of motion that you're not comfortable with. For today's session, all you'll really need is a rope. A rope flow rope is great because it's soft and it's heavy, so it gives you a bit of that feedback, but you can use a skipping rope as well, or even a towel for some of the one-handed stuff that I'm about to show you. So I'm going to start us off with some one-handed swings just to warm us up. So we'll start with an overhand swing. Overhand, as a reminder, is when the rope is coming from the top, going to the bottom, kind of like if you're, hitting a tennis ball or hitting a badminton shuttlecock. So the ball is, the rope is swinging in a downward motion. And what I want you to do is get used to bringing the rope on both sides. So if you remember, this is the figure 8, one-handed. So you go one side. And the best time to bring it over to the other side is when it's kind of come up the top and it's coming back down. Then you cross over to the other side, cross back here again. Up, cross, all right? So now that you're used to swinging on both sides, I want you to start getting your other hand involved. So with this, I'll show both from the side and from the front as well. But from the side, what you're going to do is when it's on your right side, I want you to bring your hand and let the rope wrap around your hand. So what's going to happen is your hand is going to come when the rope is at the top, and then it's going to plop onto your hand and wrap around. And then what I want you to do now is when it comes down, instead of letting it wrap around, I want you to bring your left hand back to the other side. Bring it to the other side. So that kind of creates that pushes the rope. So instead of like using your right hand to push it over to the left side, you use your left hand to swing it over. Oops. Swing it over like that. So it wraps around a little bit, and then you can swing it over. So here's what it looks like from the front. Overhand. Wrap around, swing it over. Wrap around, swing it over. Right? Wrap around, swing it over. If that's pretty easy for you, you can start trying the other side. So what's going to happen is now, still overhand, but instead of putting my left hand in when I'm on my right side, like this, I'm going to let the rope come around my left hand when it's on the left side. So this time, because it's on the left side, what's going to happen is it's going to come around from the bottom instead. So instead of on the right side, it plopped on the top. On the left side now, it swings up from the bottom, wraps around. Wraps around your left hand, you bring it to the right, like that. Maybe I'll show from this side. So swing from the bottom, push it to the right side. Swing, push, swing, push. All right? So that is from the overhand movement. Now maybe let's practice with the left hand. So same thing, overarm swing, left hand. Put your right hand out, bring it to the right. Right hand out, bring it to the right. Bring it to the right. bring it to the right. And when you're ready, you can try on the right side. Again, this one is from the bottom, bring it over. From the bottom, bring it over. Right? So let's see from a different view. Come over and then bring across. Over and bring it across. Over, bring it across. The rope should be mostly parallel to you, straight like that, and it's only going slightly sideways when it's crossing. So let's take a look from the front. You can do consecutive if you feel like it. Basically, you go here over to the right, leave your hand there, and then back here again. You just keep your hand there. Let it wrap around, let it wrap around, let it wrap around, bring it over. Let it wrap around, bring it over. Now that we've done some overhands, I want you to get used to underhand. Underhand is slightly different, but mostly the same. So now we are doing the underhand swing. Rope is coming from the bottom. So the main difference, again, this is overhand, and underhand is just going the opposite direction. So right now, rope in my right hand, I'm gonna stick out my left hand. And because it's underhand, what's gonna happen is the rope's gonna wrap out from the bottom here, all right? So it's gonna wrap from the bottom, and then the timing to bring it over is basically when it's coming the bottom, you bring it to the other side instead of coming over from the top. So you come from the bottom, over, come from the bottom, over, all right? So here, when it comes from the bottom, you put your hand out, and then you bring your hand over to the other side without letting the rope hit you. All right, so I'll show from the front. Underhand swing. From the bottom to the left, from the bottom to the right. And now you bring your hand out so that it wraps around your hand. Again, don't worry if you're like, when should I put my hand in? It's fine, the rope's not gonna hit you in a very painful manner. You're not swinging very quickly. So swing slow and gentle. Keep the rope nice and tense, no slack in the rope. And that's all through the timing of when you rotate your wrist and when you make the swing itself. So when you're ready, you just stick your hand in, let it wrap around your hand, and then you bring it to the other side, right? Wrap, other side. Wrap, other side. And then you can also do it the other way back. So if you want to practice on the left side, what you do then is, now it's going to come over the top, opposite like the other one, if you notice. It's going to come over the top, and then you bring it over to the other side. Bottom, bring it to the other side. Top, bring to the other side. Bottom, bring to the other side. Then you can leave your hand here if you want to practice doing consecutively. So basically, hand wrap, unwrap, wrap, unwrap, wrap, unwrap, wrap, unwrap, just like that. And then now we can practice with our left hand. Underhand swings. Get used to crossing to the other side. And then now your right hand's gonna come in. It's gonna come in from and the rope's gonna come around around the bottom again. So swing, swing, swing. Stick your hand in, let it wrap, bring it over, right? Let it wrap, bring it over. Doesn't matter if you go into 1 or 2 beats on the other side, it's fine. I just want you to get used to having the rope wrap and unwrap around your hand. Wrap, over. Wrap, over. Wrap, over. Wrap, over. You can let it wrap twice, it's the same thing, right? Wrap, wrap, over, over. Wrap, wrap, over, over. Wrap, oops. Wrap, wrap, over, over. But wrapping once is probably easier here. And then here you gotta go twice. It's because when you go in, if the rope comes around, then it's not gonna actually wrap around your hand properly if it only does 1 rotation, see? So I gotta have it do another rotation to close up the loop so I can bring it over to the other side. All right, while we take a 1-minute break, I'm gonna show you a few different wrap variations just so you can understand what's possible once you understand the wrap. With one hand, you can actually have it wrap around your wrist like this. So, and then throw the rope over. Or if it's on this side, if it's in my right hand, here's what it looks like. If it's 2 hands, you can do, here off the wrist, you can do off your elbow, You can do off your shoulder. If you're doing it off your shoulder, it's a little bit more technical because you have to start to bring your other hand closer as well. If it's further away, you can do it too. If it's further away, it's going to look like this, but it's a bit broader. There's this move that Team Shift calls the wax on, wax off. Basically, it's an elbow wrap like that, where it's kind of close to your elbow, but you're bringing this hand closer to your shoulder, so it kind of wraps over like this, and then push it over to the other side. Like this on one side, and then on the other side, do the same thing, right? And then once you understand wraps, you can start to do flips as well, where you're basically allowing the rope to wrap around one hand here, you see with the, like that, over one hand. So if you have gotten used to those under and overhand wraps, we can now start to practice a few different variations. So now let's have the rope in both hands like this. Do overhand swings. You can do it as a race and chase, so one beat on each side, or you can do it as a matador's wheel if you are already familiar with doing 2 beats on each side. And what you're going to do now is we're going to, let's say, in the overhand position, stick our right hand over to our left side, like this. So what's going to happen is you swing over to the right, you swing to the left, and then you let the rope come around your right hand. You bring it back to your right. Stick it out like that. So when you throw it over, let's say if I'm doing single beats, when I throw it over, I let it wrap, bring it back, right? I find it's a bit easier to do it if you have the matador's wheel, but again, if it's one beat, that's fine as well. When you throw it over, wrap, bring it back, throw it over, wrap, bring it back, throw it over, wrap, bring it back, throw it over, wrap, bring it back. Now practice with your left hand, throw it over, wrap around your left hand, bring it back, throw it over, wrap around your left hand, bring it back. All right, I'm gonna show from the side, overhand, throw with my left hand over, wrap, bring it back, left hand, wrap, bring it back, throw, left hand, bring it back, throw, left hand, wrap, bring it back. So depending on how you position your hand, it's going to wrap around a different part of your hand. So if your hands are kind of stacked on top of each other, the wrap's going to be mostly around your wrist. If you have, let's say, when you throw it over to the left side here, if my left hand, instead of together, I have it closer to my elbow, then it's going to wrap around kind of like the forearm of my right hand. And then you can also do a variation where you kind of have it closer to your armpit and then let it wrap around kind of your elbow like this. Where it wraps around your body depends on where your other hand is positioned, see? And now under the armpit, or even if I bend my elbow like that. But don't worry about getting into those moves just yet. So now that you have done kind of the opposite arm wrap, I want you to try getting the feel for the same arm wrap. So I'll show you the two and you'll notice a slight difference between the both. So right now, let's say if I'm doing it on my right side, I'm going from left to right and then wrap around my left hand, right? So that's my opposite hand because I'm wrapping my left hand on my right side. Now I'm gonna wrap my right hand on my right side. Do you see the difference there? So with the opposite hand again, like this, let it wrap around the top. With my right hand, I let it wrap around the bottom, and I go to the other side. Wrap around the bottom, go over. So I'll show from the side. This is wrapping with my opposite hand, with my left hand coming over. It's gonna wrap around my left hand, the top like that. And now, with my right hand, I let it come from the bottom under and over like that. Under, over. You'll notice that when you do under, you'll actually have to do 2 beats because coil, then you can bring it around. If you coil once and you try to bring it around too quickly, it's not going to hook onto the front and then you won't be able to push it over, all right? So you'll get naturally 2 beats when you do it on the same side. 1, 2, 1, 2 to uncoil. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. So you can practice it on your left hand But again, remember left hand is pretty much the same as your right hand, just on the opposite side of your body. So again, overhand. Now with my left hand, this is with my right hand over. Oops. Normally I just need to coil once. One time, bring it over. One time, bring it over. That's on the opposite, on the right hand on the left side. But now I'm doing left hand on the left side, all right? Under, over. Left hand out. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. The 2 is when you bring it over. So the 1 is when it wraps around. 1 and then 2. 1, 2 to uncoil. So I'll show from the front. Now using my right hand, if I coil around here, you see it's 1 and then 2, I bring it to the other side. 1, 2 to uncoil. 1, 2, 1, and then uncoil, right? 2. 1, 2, or 1. 1. Coil around, 1. All right, now we are going to start practicing with the underhand wrap on both sides. So start in an underhand swing. And what I want you to do is on the same side, you put your right hand out, let it wrap around your right hand. So it's gonna go like this. Wrap, and then on the second beat, you bring it over. So wrap is 1, 2, you bring it over, and then 1, 2, uncoil, all right? 1, 2, 1, uncoil. 1, 2, 1, uncoil. And now I want you to do your left hand as well. And what's gonna happen is basically, for your left hand, you have to have your left hand out. With your right side, you need to have your right hand out. So it's kind of your movement's gonna be like this. Going like this, like this, like this, like this, right? So you'll see 1, 2, crossover, 1, uncoil, 1 wrap, crossover, 1, uncoil, 1 wrap, 2, crossover, 1, oops, sorry, messed up the timing. 1, cross, 1, uncoil, 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 like that. So let's see it from the side. So I'm doing on both sides. 1, cross, 1, uncoil, 1, cross, 1, uncoil. So if you notice, when you bring your other hand over, let's say if I'm going from, let's say left to right now. So I've wrapped on the left, wrap, bring it over. Now my left hand is in front, right? And then as I bring it over, left hand in front, 1, 2, uncoil, and then I start to shift on that second beat. When I've uncoiled, I bring my right hand out. Like this. 1, 2, and then now left hand comes out. 1, 2, then bring it over. Uncoil, and then your right hand comes out. Now that you've crossed on the same side, you can try this one where you cross your opposite arm over from an underhand. This one's going to be a bit harder, or it's going to feel a bit awkward. So what it looks like is like this. Instead of letting it wrap around my right hand on my right side, I let it wrap around my left hand on my left side. Sorry, left hand on my right side. So when it wraps around my left hand, I need to let it wrap around from the top, and then I bring it over like this, kind of like cutting across back to the left side. Like this. It helps to twist your body a little bit for this one. And same as the other movement, you need to switch which hand comes out, but this time you're kind of going the opposite hand. So it's going like opposite hand out, opposite hand out, opposite hand out, opposite hand out, like that. So underhand, let's see that again. Left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand. From the side, stick my left hand out on the right side, let it wrap around, pull it over. Right hand on my left side, pull it over, right? All right, that's it for day 10. Apologies if I seem a bit lethargic. It's really, really hot today. But yes, I hope you enjoy it. And once you start to play around with some reps, you can start to incorporate it with some of the other movements that you have, like the dragon roll, going into a wrap, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, tune in tomorrow for day 11. I'm not too sure what exactly we'll go into tomorrow yet, but tune in and we'll see what we can do that's not too difficult, but also a lot of fun. And we'll start to maybe even try and combine some moves together as well. Again, if you have any questions, if you want any feedback, use the hashtag TRG Mobility and just tag me in your comments.